I'm Thomas Peterson. I will be demonstrating the temperature calibration of the K-Systems G185 CO2 and O2 incubator. We will be following this guide that we made. It's a step-by-step guide to the temperature calibration. You can download this guide from the K-Systems website, or you can ask us to send it as a PDF file. To do calibration, you need a high-grade thermometer, and you need a dish like this with an embedded PT100 sensor inside it. The dish is glued to the metal insert in order to make sure that it doesn't move around during the calibration. This is something that we manufacture at K-Systems, so it's something that you can order from us. You need it to make sure that the calibration is done without the uncertainties that would arise from gluing or trying to tape the sensor inside the compartment and having the wires coming out. It's also mounted with a test lid like this, with the wires coming through. As we open the lid, take out the insert that's inside it, place the insert with the sensor inside it. Then we move the wire like this, and we close the lid with the test lid. Six separate controls of temperature on the G185 incubator, and so that's 6 zones. One zone is here, zone 2 is here, zone 3 is here, zone 4 is here, zone 5 is here, and zone 6 is this compartment over here. Each zone is regulated independently, and it's got its own calibration value, which is called a tune value. So this is tune 1, and this is tune 2, tune 3, tune 4, and tune 5, and tune 6. These we will access in the menu later on when we do the adjustment. You cannot change the temperature inside one zone, so it's regulated as one. In order to get a stable calibration, it's important, since all the zones and all the controllers are running on one slab of aluminium like this, it's important to make sure that we don't have any crossover heat between the two zones located next to each other. So if zone 2 here is running, for instance, at 38 degrees, and zone 1 here is running at 37 degrees, there will be significant crossover heat between the zones. When any calibration is attempted, make sure that the incubator has been running for at least 60 minutes to stabilize the temperature. Make sure that it's in a stable environment, and it should preferably be where it's intended to be used. Mark out the temperature zones on the magnetic pad lids. And also the tune numbers. This you do in order to not confuse later on when we do the actual calibration inside the menu. So now we start doing the actual measurements. We start here in zone 1 in compartment 5, and we take out the warming plate inside it. Put this aside, that we're not going to use this anymore during the calibration. Make sure that you have the heating inserts in all the compartments. This is very, very important. So now we put the temperature sensor inside. Make sure with the test lid that it's sealing well. And then it's basically just a question of waiting until it's stabilized. Be very, very patient when you do temperature measurements. Sometimes it can take up to 20 minutes for it to stabilize completely. So now it's stabilized fully, and we have our first measurement. This we will write down on the magnetic pad on the lid later on. Right now I'll just move the sensor to the next compartment. This is zone 2, and we'll move this heating insert to zone 1. Just close this one, and then again make it seal well. So now we have to wait. Write down the value that we got. That's 38.74. So this zone is running hot. Well, I finished the measurement on zone 2, that's 39.23, and I've written it down on the magnetic pad, and we've moved on to zone 3. I'll be measuring in zone 4 and zone 5 afterwards, and I'll just repeat the process like we've been doing on zone 1 and zone 2 so far. We have all the values for the 5 zones completed, and in the next step we will adjust the calibration values on the G185 accordingly. So now we will adjust the tune values inside the menu. I enter the menu by pressing and holding the arrow keys for approximately 3 seconds. Shifts to unit. And then I scroll down in the menu until I find the first tune 1 value. It's here. Then I press the SP button. This is the current reading of what the incubator thinks is the temperature on this zone, which is 37 degrees, but obviously incorrect according to our measurement. So now we adjust the value to 38.7 as we've measured. This we do by pressing the up key. One press on the key corresponds to a change of 0.05. So you need to press 2 times to get a change of 0.1 degrees in the display. I just keep pressing until it reads 38.7. And then I let go. You'll get an alarm now because it thinks the temperature is out of control. Just mute that. It's no big deal. And then we scroll down to tune 2 and do the same. We have a reading here of 39.2, so we adjust it. Okay, again we'll get the alarm, so just mute that one. And then we scroll down to tune 3 and adjust that to 39.2, sorry. Okay, mute the alarm again. Same with tune 4. Which is going to be 39.8 according to our measurement. And then tune 5, which is 39.7. And then we exit the menu to store the values that we've just entered. So now we've adjusted the incubator to the first measurements that we've taken on the zones.